Hello everybody, how's it going today? So it's now November the 4th, and I really didn't want to make a video today at all. I wanted to have a day off, but I'm doing this for a specific reason. And the reason I'm making this video is because this video today, where I'm literally forcing myself to make a video for you, is just to show you that sometimes we have to do things that we don't want to do. And it is the discipline and the hard work that will always persevere in this setting of trading and in this career. And if you have that willpower, that burning desire to succeed, where you will accept a failure, you will accept defeat, and it will happen. You're going to lose a lot of money a lot of times. But can you stand back up? And how quickly can you stand back up? That will determine if you will make it in this game or not. So today, I feel really sick, honestly. But I'm going to make a video for you guys just to show you that sometimes we have to do things that we don't want to do. And if you can do those things, if you can persevere through that pain, through that anguish, through that disheartening feeling of losing a trade, or even feeling physically ill, right? If you force yourself to make sure you just take the step, don't stand where you are and be complacent, because if you are going to stand still there, I guarantee you that guy to the left or the right that's working twice as hard as you, that has lost twice as much as you, that guy is going to make it. But you won't. So this person wrote to me today. He wrote this to me. It was kind of sad. At the same time, it's all G. Okay. So this person wrote, I lost it all the very next day. I did this with $150. So he made $3,000 from 150. Cool. Ever since this, I've been depressed, and trading for me has never been the same. That actually is pretty awesome. I didn't mean cool sarcastically as a joke. 150 to $3,000 profit, that's actually very stupid, right? That's crazy. So I replied back with a comment, and that's the inspiration and the motivation for this particular video. And I'm going to read it to you guys. Now, my videos don't always need to be just technical analysis, because trading is half real life and half skill, right? Trading is a philosophy in life. Think of life as the biggest fuck up you'll ever have. You're going to make way more mistakes, and things will probably be way more not good than they are bad for a lot of people. And there's no such thing as smooth sailing in life. But to me, it's just how you take things that can really impact your mentality. Now, me, I used to be one of those guys like crazy typical Wall Street partier lifestyle trading in the stock market. Like, you guys know what I mean, right? I used to be one of those people. Now I've made this a focus so much more than anything else, and I apply the trading philosophy to real life as well, right? The discipline that I've learned from trading. For example, one of the things is just learning how to let things go. Taking a trade is probably one of the hardest things that people can do in life when it comes to a career. Can you imagine any other job, okay? Any other job in the world where your salary is dependent on your own salary, right? Like, you need to have money to make money. And if you don't have money, you are going to not be able to make money. Not only that, every time you lose in a trade, you are actually losing a part of your job, a part of the security in your job that you're supposed to protect and preserve and grow. So the correlation between losing and it seriously affecting your job, it's very disheartening, right? And I've learned that we have to let things go when it comes to trading and stop feeling bad about it. And the moment that we can stand on this fence, and right now on one side of the fence, there are the people that will just dwell on things. Like on the left side of the fence, people are just going to dwell on things and feel bad about every single trade that they're going to make. And it's really hard for them to let go. And on the other side, there's the people that have finally taken the leap over to the other side of the fence, and they realize that every trade that I make, whether it's a win or lose, will ultimately educate me. And it's the tuition that you pay whenever you lose, right? So let me read to you guys what I replied. You're going to love it. This is the best advice I can give to any trader that has taken losses hard. You should be proud of yourself for accomplishing that, Caesar. The soft top. Imagine a world where mistakes aren't made. We can't celebrate an individual win or dwell on a single loss because it's the trades over time that forges the trader that we are or will become. That loss of yours was a costly lesson, yes, but nevertheless, you're paying the tuition to learn, to get experience under your belt, to earn that wisdom that will allow you to persevere through the next adversity. Be hard on yourself. Be down. But these motions you're going through is going to harden you to make the next trade better. That's the sweet talk, okay? Now the hard talk, the real talk. Stop being a pussy, man. Stop dwelling on this. Can you imagine for a moment how many fucking trades I've lost? Or any professional trader? Shit, bro. There are times I was suicidal from losing my entire bankroll, from being liquidated because of margin call. It happened so many damn times that I refused to let it keep happening. So I learned a lot about risk management, how to protect it, preserve, then grow our capital. Every mistake we make, man, is just the journey and the motions we go through to make it. So suck it up, buttercup. You want to make it in trading? Take these losses hard. Review them. Learn from them. Do it better. You only have two choices. You're going to cry about the loss, or you're going to use that as strength to be way better than you were yesterday. Come on, man. I know you've got this. You also have a guy on Facebook that replies to people and genuinely cares about the success of traders. So use me anytime when you've got questions. I personally think you're doing this right. So keep going at it and don't give up. Otherwise, the trader to your left or to your right will make it. And you won't. Pretty simple, right? And I think that it can hit home with a lot of people. So anyways, I just wanted to say if you think that you want to give up, honestly, if you want to be depressed about your trades, be depressed. Honestly, a guy like me, I'm gonna say it so in the cockiest way that you guys have ever seen me. Honestly, a guy like me knew it that he was gonna do okay in trading. Why? Because I never got depressed about my trades fucking once. I got suicidal about it where I'm like, fuck it, that's it. But I didn't beat myself up on it. I knew with 100% certainty that these are the things that I will go through to make it as a trader. And I knew for a fact that back then, people were going to give up left and right. And as long as I didn't give up and I kept going forward, I knew that I was going to be better than the majority of people. So that's kind of a cocky thing to say, but I knew I didn't go around looking for signals. Okay? I didn't go around bitching or crying about my losses. I just took them, I reviewed them, I learned from them. I knew for a fact that life is not perfect. It's not like all butterflies and rainbows and unicorns, okay, and pots of gold. It's gonna be harsh shit that you go through, like breakups, like divorces, like people dying, like losing loved ones and pets, right? And tragedy that happens that's out of your control. But every time that these bad things happen in our life, they're inevitable, first of all, and they give us an opportunity to appreciate a lot more than we did before. And it gave us a perspective to really broaden our horizons with perspectives that we never knew were possible, right? It's kind of like if you've never lost someone in a family before, how do you know how to appreciate things a lot more? If you've never lost a trade, how do you make the next trade better? If you never screwed up as a job, how do you learn from it to improve it better? Man, I'm a mechanical engineer. My job is to fix things that fail and to do a better version of it, right? So every time I fail when it comes to trading, I'm going to pick this shit apart and I'm literally going to make it so much better. Modes of failure, Ishikawa diagrams, my favorite things in life when it comes to trading and life. You write all the possible modes of failure, right? Like main category, and then the possible subcategories of things that can fail, and you just keep improving on it. And it's no different than in a relationship with your partner where you're creating boundaries, and sometimes if they're overstepped, you have a conversation so you can improve the communication to prevent things like this from happening. And it's no different than trading as well. Anyways, I'm done. We're getting into the technical analysis right now. So right now I'm looking at VeChain and I'm looking at SXP. Okay? And the reason why I'm looking at SXP is because the daily, oh, daily, oh, I never thought that you would be mine, oh. Okay, on the daily chart right here, it's just looking like, it's so beautifully sexy. Just like that, right? It does look like that. There's no doubt about it. And now we are at 23 RSI. So what if two things is going to happen? It's going to really take a major dip down and capitulate, or, which I don't think that will happen. That won't happen, probably. Or it's just going to skyrocket. And today is the day that it is finally finding stability. Okay, I don't give a shit about the volume at the end of a downtrend where it picks up. I give a shit about it almost being non-existent volume. Why? Because that's where the sell-off stops. That's how I visualize it. And then people that are whales, they slowly start dollar cost averaging on the way down. And they're just laddering in small amounts to not panic the market. So the daily is at 23 RSI, right? And that's really cool because on the 4 hour, we finally ticked up. One over, crossover, two, and now this is trying to make a third. It's trying really hard to make a third right now. Stair stepping very laterally to the upside. It's looking good, man. Guys, do you know that this coin's got a chance to... I don't fucking know what wave this is, and I'm not going to pretend I know. So I'm just going to make it the most obvious wave. I can't just be like, yeah, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. They're not proportional. I can't also just say this is one full wave because there's only 3 waves. Therefore, you're going to take the most logical one that you see, right? That's this one. I'm going to take it from this section right there to down right over here, okay? Now, if that were to, first of all, yeah, you got your target. That's it's a small target, guys. Like, I mean, it's only like 27%, you know, 27%. So then, like, shit, boy, 27%, like, fuck. Isn't it crazy how, like, it dropped 50% in not even a month? Like, only in crypto, right? 50% in only a month, and now it's got a chance to do 27%. Like, what the fuck are we getting ourselves into? Like, when you really think about the possible gains in crypto and how much you can make on it, the only thing holding you back, honestly, is your discipline. Like, that's what I would say to anybody. In fact, that's what's holding everybody back in life when it comes to really intelligent people, say. I got some friends that can recite things on Wikipedia where they have a very close eidetic memory, where you don't want to debate with them because it's so factual, but it's almost autonomic. And I've got a lot of friends that are really intelligent people, like way smarter than I will ever be in my life. But I have that discipline and the hard work aspect down, and they don't. Right? So the only thing that really holds people back, in my opinion, from becoming really good traders is just kind of cutting out the emotional aspect and just buckling down to do what they need to do, which is just keep trading. But every time you need to have a system when you lose or win. You got to review those trades, man. If you don't review those trades, you're like a really shitty basketball player that doesn't even study the other team. Michael Jordan knew everything about every basketball player. Like, I'm just talking about the greatest person that's incomparable to anybody, right? And it's really cool. Like, the Last Dance documentary really lit something under my ass to be great. And you know, and that kind of discipline, like, I worship and I look up to leaders like that or prominent figures to see just some, if, can I notice one of the key attributes that they have, and can I try to mimic that just to improve my life a little bit? Not to be like them, but to make my life a little bit. And yeah, the answer is discipline, right? So right now, what I see here is a blessing in disguise. We got this wick that came down yesterday to 715, and today we actually didn't even dip down to nearly as much. So the daily is actually looking nice right now. I like it a lot. I also like this 4-hour EMA RSI. Higher low, higher low. Excuse me. Higher low, higher low. See this right here? Same price point. Okay. Well, I have the hiccups right now. Same price point roughly. But the 4-hour, way higher low. Way higher low. Ticking upside for SXP. So I like this a lot right now. I want to see first of all though if this makes like a one of those shitty patterns. And then bam! Coming down. But I don't think so. I think this is it. The rally. Are you guys catching my drift? I hope you guys are. That is my favorite right now. Look at the volume. This guy just like, this was the fucking amazing candle. 6% rally already. V-chain now. We're not talking about SXP anymore. Alright, so notice SXP just went up, or sorry, VET just went up, and then it just went down. Crazy. Check this out. That peak, or sorry. Oh, my camera's so big. I hope you guys are catching most of it. I'm sorry. I feel really sick today, but I got a lot of energy. So here, the daily today, that volume is fucking enough. Okay, guys, like if you guys are, okay, I'm gonna say this in the nicest way. If you are a day trader, the number one thing that you should notice as a day trader, is this volume. And the next thing you say is like, is it bullishly diverging in any goddamn way? Oh, I'm sorry, I should not say his name in vain for those that are religious. Sorry about that, guys. My apologies. I'm very agnostic, so sometimes shit can come out of my mouth that's inappropriate. I don't mean to offend anybody. So this volume is amazing. Next thing you say is like, is it bullishly diverging? Well, that's one peak, right? Right there. And that's a way lower low. But check that out. It's a higher low. In fact, we're getting higher low each time. But we're getting lower lows. Daily is giving you a major clue right now with the volume and also with a bullishly diverging RSI. Now, I'm being discreet about what I'm trying to imply, but for those that know me, know that I'm implying something hard, and the only reason I'm not being that direct is because of legal reasons why I don't want people to sue me. Do you guys catch my drift? Can you guys do that? I just picked up a pen and I forgot I haven't done this in about 10 years. I forgot about this. Like when you do this with your pen. Yeah, I'm a nerd, man. Whoa, I still got skills. Shit, I can twirl this thing like a drumstick, man. Whoa, do you guys see this? Do you guys see this, what I'm doing? I haven't done this in a long time. That's so cool. This is the hardest trick I can do. Where you do this, and it rolls over to your hand, and you can just write it. So you're doing this, check it out. You're doing that, and then you can roll it to this side that I can do, right? And then if I want to get into my hand, I can just twirl it and just get ready to write. Anyways, I haven't done it in like 10 years, honestly. So that was kind of exciting. So now, guys, we go to the 4-hour on VET, and we go, whoa, is this thing bullishly diverging on the 4-hour chart? Yeah, higher low, higher low. Look at the volume. This volume was not, this is such a cool little doji candle. I thought this hammer was it. And then we got the inverted pin bar, and I'm like, fuck it, we're going up right here. We're going up right there, okay? But we didn't go up. And now we just kept going down, down, down. Low, low, low. Next one's gonna be higher low. I bet it. That's what I say. I say the triple lows on a peak. Support candle right there, around there, right? Support candle, a low. Support candle again, a low, and another support candle, a low. So the next one, after 3 lows with 3 support candles, usually it's gonna be a higher low. It's been proven so many times. Not only that, the crossover is definitely gonna happen soon. Coming down, 1, 2, 3 crossovers in the 4-hour. Woo, baby! A lot of potential, man. Oh, yesterday, did you guys see the trade that I caught? I don't want to show you how many coins I got, but I'll just show you it. It was a really good trade. I got it at 90, and I sold at 95. That was a 3.5 hour trade. Made a few thousand. We'll just say that. How did I do that? It's pretty good. I caught this little bump up here, eh? Can you guys see this? It went from 90 to 96. It went up 6%. Look at the trade I took. It went up from about 90 to 95. I caught about 80% of that trade. That's insane. Why did I sell? Honestly, because I was going to go to bed. And because I expected one more wave down. That happened. Yeah. So now, I think that this is the final wave. Okay? Volume is just picking up immensely right now. On the 4 hour, I thought that this hammer was going to for sure bounce. No. But then now that we got this one here, it's kind of like a tiny little doji candle, like an inverted pin bar with a small body. Right? Whatever it is. And then the next one, the volume picked up, and that's huge, man. This is one of them. Okay, this is the most bullish candle that you can possibly have is obviously one big green candle with no wicks. Well, a big green candle with a wick going upwards is pretty damn bullish still. That's literally the most bullish candle that you can get. Now, we've got it many times. Like, that's a really bullish candle too. But we just weren't done the wave progression quite yet. That's why we did not rally. Okay? So I'm very, very optimistic about this right now. About VET. My job is not to give you guys certain entries and exits. Okay? It's to give you real talk. I'm not one of those... You know, I don't even know who the fuck is a prominent person in crypto anymore. Like, I don't know any other traders on YouTube. I don't know anybody's... I don't follow anybody's technical analysis on YouTube. I don't even know who does what I do on YouTube. I don't know my competition. I don't even know other people on Twitter. I don't read anyone's feed on Twitter. I'm not kidding. I don't even read anybody's feed on Twitter or watch any YouTube videos of any technical analyst. I just 100% independent. Never done an interview with anybody. Never done anything like that. I just keep to myself and I just want to report. You know, I do this for myself for fun. I hope you guys know. So like right now, like I'm just really interested in VeChain. There's just so many, like the cool thing about VeChain is this. It's bad actually, but it's good. We're about to get a death cross. Okay, let's go to VeChain. Whenever we get a death cross on VeChain, this is what happens. That was already death crossing. Here's a golden crossover. Right? But right when we're about to death cross, say right there, when it does actually cross, we're already at the low. So these lagging indicators don't do shit in terms of helping you, right? They don't do shit right there. So leading up to it, right before it's about to drop, okay, leading up to it, it already fell a lot. And then it fell even more. And then right the golden crossover is where it actually found stability. And then once it crosses over officially, right here, okay, you don't see it well, I can tell you don't. Right here is better, right? Now that the leading up to this death cross, it fell down, right? So here's still in the golden crossover state, leading up to the death cross. Fell down, stabilized, right? And even before it crossed over officially, fell down. And even before that, it fell down even more. And then right at the crossover is where it found stability. And then the major thing to notice is that it went back up to snap back like the elastic band that I always refer to, which means that anything that snaps far away from the 200 moving average usually snaps back. And right now, we're doing the exact same thing. So maybe in a few days, today, tomorrow, maybe the next day, when this golden crossovers, we're actually going to come back, or death crosses, we're actually going to come back and test to see if we can get above the 200 moving average just like before. So yeah, these are my thoughts on SXP and VET, which is the major rally didn't start yet, but it's coming, man. I'm telling you, it's coming. And you guys all know me. Like I've been really on point lately. And you know, honestly, it has to do with like blog number 4. If you guys read my blog number 4, I highly recommend that you read it if you haven't. But because of her, I've had this tremendous patience lately, and trades have been a lot better. I apologize if I'm all over the place today. I'm not really here today. That's why I want to take a day off. But once again, I forced myself to make a video today just to show people that sometimes you got to do things that you don't want to do. And you just have to suck it up. And you have to go through the motions of being consistent and reliable to yourself, especially. So I'll see you guys later. Those are my thoughts. Bye now.